And welcome back again. We'll continue with our racket introduction. Next step we're going to do is just a short little pause while we cover racket sequences. And here's my code. Move it back just a skosh. Actually more than a little skosh. Here we go. Sequence constructors. Here we go. Okay, I'll run the code. Okay, no errors. That's always good starting out. Go back up to the top. Let's see what we did here. Okay, first we had a basic loop, I to 3, and what happens when you do these, it automatically starts at 0 and it stops just short of the number. So we got 0, 1, and 2, and I use display LN, which gives you a line feed. Okay, for the next sequence, I use the in range modifier. There's some in range, in naturals, stop before, and there's some other modifiers. If you look at the documentation that I give you here, you can see which one options you have. And notice it started at -4 and it counted to 10 by 2s, stopping just short of 10. Okay, scooting it down a little bit more. You have 4 and 4 star. Basically, the star is a modifier that allows you to do multiple iterations. For example, just plain 4. We talk about having we talk about intro, detailed discussion. We're talking about a book. We're talking about chapters. And what happens here is, since you have an I in here, it picks up the I for it, and it adds intro, detail, and conclusion. And you notice that if we do in naturals, now normally this would be a endless loop that would start at 1 and would go to infinity, but it's smart enough to know, hey, I've only got three elements in my list here, so I'm only going to do this 3 times. Now next thing, let's take a look at what happens when we do a 2-dimensional 4 star. What happens, you have a guide, intro, details, and conclusion, a reference, intro, details, and conclusion, and it gives you the book and it gives you the chapter. So, and that is it for sequences. I want to do a little pause here because the next thing we want to do is pairs and list, and that is kind of a major deal with Racket, so we want to look at that some depth. Okay, take care.